Hi there, welcome. In this video, I want to share a few ideas for those who engage with therapy or inner work because someone else asked them to. This video is part of a series about the inner work space, what it is, what to expect, and how to get the most out of it. If you'd like to be notified when new videos are released, you can subscribe below. And if you don't know me, I'm Julia Friedel, and I help people transform unhelpful coping strategies at the root so they can build the life, relationships, and experiences they really want. My work draws on Buddhist teachings, Western psychology, and nature-based wisdom. And I've been guiding people through the inner world for about 15 years now. So let's talk about starting therapy or inner work because your partner or someone else thinks you need it, or because they need you to change something about yourself that's affecting them. Maybe your partner is unhappy with your anger. Maybe they want you to communicate differently. Maybe they feel impacted by your avoidance, defensiveness, tendency to shut down, or lack of self-awareness. And so, attempting to honor the request, you find yourself sitting across from someone like me. And if you're being honest, you're not really sure you need or want to be there. You came because someone you care about wants you to be there, and you want to make them happy, appease them, or demonstrate that you're willing to make the effort. So I wanted to start by saying those are not necessarily bad reasons to begin. I think we can say at the very least it means the relationship matters to you, that you're willing to consider feedback, or that you're willing to invest time and energy into something that may help. Those are all positive things. The challenge is that this motivation alone, it usually isn't enough to lead to meaningful change. And here's why. If your primary goal is to satisfy someone else's concerns, then someone else becomes the judge of whether you've succeeded. Someone else decides whether you've improved enough. Someone else decides when your work is complete. And you will inevitably feel disempowered and even resentful of that. Additionally, inner work can be challenging. It can be hard to look in and question our belief systems and examine the deeper roots that drive our behavior, not to mention changing them, right? That's not easy. So when the work gets hard, a person who's there primarily for someone else is more likely to abandon the work. And if they stick around here too, they might grow resentful of the person making them be there. And these feelings give a person an excuse to avoid the work. The focus tends to divert to the other person instead of the challenging personal work ahead. So while any reason that gets you into a space to decondition you from the circumstances of the past or resolve old pain, change maladaptive coping strategies, and get clear on who you want to be is a good reason, I try to help a person find more internally sourced reasons to do the work as early on in the process as possible, because then you're not just trying to please or appease someone else. You're doing something that matters to you. In fact, that shift alone is usually a moment of growth. It's a shift from an orientation toward external authority to personal agency and curiosity. It's work that connects you to your own values, your own wisdom, your own motivations. So I might ask a person, what does reactivity cost you? How does it affect your health? What does your tendency to shut down cost you? How do your coping strategies affect your relationship with your children? How do they affect the children themselves? How do they affect the sense of integrity or self-esteem that you feel? How do they impact your ability to be a leader? How do they affect the amount of joy or peace you're able to feel on a given day? And what if you no longer had to spend so much energy managing anger or shame because those feelings no longer arise in you like they do now? What if you could actually be free of that? And these kinds of questions can help a person make the shift to an internally sourced motivation to change, which again is necessary for results, because otherwise a person will likely check out when things get difficult. And moving through those deeply uncomfortable moments is actually where the change begins to happen. It's not something we can skip. It's the rich place where the change happens. So if you're someone who started or is about to start therapy or inner work because another person encouraged you to, that's perfectly fine. But eventually Real results will require that you find internally sourced reasons to do your work. So I hope that helps. And if you're looking for support in your own inner work, you can find more information about the work that I do in the video description below. If you think this video would help someone you know, please share it with them. And as always, thank you for being here. And remember, if you'd like to receive new videos when I post them, please be sure to subscribe below. Thank you.